Today, we're going to learn about how to calculate your calories and macronutrients for NE diet. What is an NE diet? That's just me being stupid. Yeah. For any diet, right? My man over here is happy because he knows I would be too if I knew what my macronutrients were. You know what I mean? Let's get started. So, you're saying, how can we do this, right? So, set up a key over here. We all know, well, I hope we all know, that the macronutrients are protein, fats, and carbs, right? And you would think that the grams of protein, the grams of fat, you would guess it, fat. You think like protein and carbs have the most calories, right? But no, fat actually has the most calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. And 1 gram of carb is 4 calories. Believe it or not, protein and carb have the same amount of calories. So, let's say we are trying to figure out how many calories we're supposed to eat and maintenance based off of our weight, right? So let's say I weigh 150 pounds. Good rule of thumb is you take your body weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you eat 1,500 calories. If you're trying to gain, you eat times 20, right? So that's like 3,000 calories. And then I'd say maintenance is like times 15. So that would be like, if you're sedentary, I'd say like times 12, times 13. But if you're active, I'd say times 15 is fine. Just a goal. We'll just keep it. It's like 2250. We'll just keep it accurate. I'm gonna use a calculator for this because I like to keep things simple. I try to make things complicated. So, you could technically, if this is your maintenance times 15, you could technically eat like, 300 to 400 calories less. This would be a little bit more on the extreme side. Again, it depends. We're trying to see baseline, and we're assuming this is baseline. We're trying to see and adjust because sometimes people are either active or they're not active. It all depends on lifestyle. So we got this, right? 150 pounds. Trying to lose weight. Times 10. Trying to gain. Times 20. And this is maintain. Right? It's maintenance calories. So we know how much total we're supposed to eat, right? We know that fat, protein, carbs are this amount. Now, when people say, I don't know, you've seen this before, right? You've seen this circle before. It's like boom, boom. Looks like the peace sign. It's not the peace sign. So let's say fat. You see like 30%. Say a Mediterranean or an American diet. Fat's like 30%, protein is like 20%, and then carbs are like either 50%, right? And I think an American diet is like about the same, right? Like sometimes it's like 45, carbs are like 45, fat's like 35, right? And then you got protein like 15 to 20%, right? So let's say we're trying to figure out what our macros are for this amount of calories. So we take that. Let's keep it simple. Flat numbers. So 3,000, right? 3,000 times this is going to be carbs. This is going to be protein. So 3,000 times 30%, right? That's going to be 1,000, which would be about 1,000. No, 900. I was close. I was close. So we take that, right? We know how much calories we got for the amount of fat we're got to be eating on this diet, right? 900 calories. Now we divide that by the amount of calories a gram of fat is to figure out. We're working backwards, right? We're back to math class. Working backwards. So now we got 100 grams of fat. So 100 grams of fat, right? 100 grams of fat equals, yeah, I can see this, I hope so, yeah. 100 grams of fat equals 900 calories. Boom. So what do we got left, right? So we got 3,000 minus 900, it's 2,100, but again, we could also just take the percentages off, like 20% of that be 600, right? Same thing you do, right? 600 divided by 4, work backwards, that's how much protein you get. So now I'll show you how to do it for, you can do this for anything, right? Well, I'm gonna show you how to do it for a ketogenic diet. Alright, so now using the same 150 guy, because that's what I am. Then we'll do protein, let's just say 15%, let's say 75%, let's say 10%. Yeah. 10% carbs. Right. So we got 10% carbs, 75% fat, and this is the diet I will follow. Right? You don't have to do this, but it's the diet I will follow. Protein is 15%, and we got carbs. Oh man, I can't write today. Carbs at 10%, right? So let's say we're trying to figure out maintenance calories, or if let's say we're trying to bulk, right? Trying to bulk. Take that 3,000 times 0.75, right, equals 2250. Take that 3,000 times 0.15, it's 450. Then we take that 3,000 times 10 equals 300, right? And if you add this up, it's going to obviously, it's going to add up to that. It's going to add up to 3,000, right? Guys, this is the breakdown right here, right? And then you just divide it by the amount of calories it is. So fat, it's 9 calories, right? So 2250 divided by 9. Protein, 450 divided by 4. And then carbs, 300 calories divided by 4. So now what you're getting is, on this diet, 75% of your calories, you're getting 3,000 calories, 75% of those calories are going to be fat. So that's 250 grams of fat. This is going to be about 112 grams of protein. That's there. and then 300 divided by 4, it'll be about 75 grams. 75 grams of carbs. So there you go. This is your macronutrient breakdown, right? So you got your calories, you know what, how much calories to eat, you know how much macronutrients to eat, which will get you that set amount of calories, and you have that breakout. So you could do this with anything. Like you could do this with any diet. You could break this like the percentages out how you want, depending on what kind of diet you follow or what your goal is. But that's just a good rule of thumb in terms of like knowing how much calories to eat. We're just simplifying it, you know, times 10 is to lose, times 15 is your maintenance, times 20, your body weight times 20, times 10, times 15 will give you the desired like benchmark for, you know, what you're supposed to hit depending on what your goal is. So yeah, you got the blueprint, man. You got the blueprint. Go make some gains. Go right now.